Okay, so morning after our dramatic Louth Derby win against Drogheda United at Weavers Park, Stevie, I think everybody went home delighted and happy with the result. I think you might feel just a wee bit different. I think you weren't 100% happy with obviously delighted with the result, but not with the performance.
Yeah, look, I suppose everyone would say first team football. Well, I suppose what we say to our lads as well, the result's the most important, but I want to get to a point, like we as a group want to get to a point where our consistent performances are at a really, really good level, and then you'd like to think that the results will follow that. So same as when I've been happy when we've drawn games and maybe been defeated in games since I've become a coach or whatever, if the performance is there. So yeah, look, first half we didn't start the game well, not what we wanted to do, and then we went one down, which we've done 15 times out of 22 games this season.
You've seen that stat, 15 and 22 games. That must be something you really want to put right.
Yeah, of course it is. Two ways of looking at it, like saying, come on, let's not give ourselves the mountain to climb, but also to have the points tally we have. After that is testament to the players from a character and a personality standpoint. And then the remainder of the first half, I thought we were by far the better team. Probably created one gilt-edged chance to Daniel Kelly, but we controlled the game. I don't think Drogheda threatened. Then second half again is similar to the first 10, 15 minutes, 20 minutes of the second half. We didn't start at all, and we were lucky that we didn't go further behind, to be honest with you. And then we started creeping our way back into the game again, and then hit Drogheda with the flurry of a couple of goals, and then could have had a couple more after that.
The triple sub you made, Rehan, Cammy Elliott and
Robbie McCourt. They
all played a major part. It was a brilliant ball in with Cammy. I spoke to him afterwards. He said he used to be a winger.
Yeah.
So you could see it. It was a brilliant ball, and Robbie did brilliant to come in at the back post. And Pat, we'll speak about Pat in a few minutes, but it was a brilliant goal.
Yeah, I thought the three of them gave us an impetus, and I felt that was the winning of the game, really, in regards to what they gave us when coming off the bench, which you're looking for from your players coming in. We had the week before the break with John Martin coming off the bench, getting the winner. Conor Malley came off the bench and Rehan came off the bench against Cork, and I thought swung the game as well, in the sense of gave us an extra impetus, and that's what we're looking for from our when you do make sort of substitutions is the sort of effect they have on the game, and we're getting a good impact off our bench on any given day.
After that, then it's like the game here at Oriel. They've just been crazy, the Derby matches this year. You could sense that we were going to go nearly and get a winner.
Yeah, we equalised, and then we gave away nearly 90 seconds later a foul in a dangerous area, which we didn't want to do. We wanted to limit them to long throws and set pieces, and Nathan does great claiming the free, and from that then unbelievable counter from Archie and unbelievable legs and energy from Ryan to get up with Archie and win the penalty. So brilliant in that, the transition, how quick we done it, and the athleticism we showed. And that was real, as I said, it was real bang from sort of being behind, and then 3 or 4 minutes later you're actually in front. That's the game we're in. It's highs and lows.
Even at the end, great save by Nathan, and I think Ryan had 2 brilliant chances. You mentioned Dickie's in the first half. We could have made it probably a lot.
Yeah, we could have made it comfortable, but we need to manage the game better. Then when they go down, we get caught up in the score. We're 2-1 up, they've gone down to 10 men, and then we're in that mode of hold what we have instead of staying playing and going exploiting obviously the man advantage. So that comes with maybe development and experience of being a real experienced team, used to winning like together for over a period of time. You have the wherewithal and the assertiveness and the assurance. When you go 2-1 up, you're against 10, you go and dismantle them more, whereas I think we got in the mode of we're 2-1, let's hold what we have, and sort of giving the ball back to Drogheda a bit.
As a young player, is that understandable in that sort of atmosphere where the game sort of swung on its head in the space of five
yeah,
minutes? The atmosphere,
it is.
You probably get caught up in that.
But what would we be sitting here saying if Manny's free kick had went in and they equalised with 10 men? So we have to learn faster. We have to get more composure and confidence within ourselves, not play the score lines. At times play what the situation is. And the situation was we were 2-1 up with 10 minutes to go. We had a man advantage. Let's go and utilise that.
Is that the mad part about a manager, that it's such a euphoric win for the fans? And Pat's obviously, it's a record-breaking night, but I seen you in the pitch last night having a couple of moments of yourself, probably thinking,
yeah, it's not even because you can't be like a fan, obviously, because you can't go highs and lows. That means after every defeat you'd have your head in your hands. What would you say to the players for the next week's training? You know, what would the preparation be like for the next game? You win, you can't be going bananas because you play again Monday. So that's where you have to take, right, what was the level of performance? Where do we need to improve? Where were we good? You need to be cold in that manner. Obviously, when you go to bed last night, you're happier you won 2-1 than lost 2-1, but you have to be sort of quite cold with it all. And I think, in fairness with that, I don't get sort of euphoric, but also I don't think I get the depth of despair. I don't think you can if you want to coach and judge rationally.
Were you the same as a player?
Yeah, like I wouldn't have been.
I always say to you that the derby where we won here 1-0 when you scored the last minute goal, and that it was the day that Marty Shields, we did a tribute to him. Nobody remembers the game. They remember the last minute goal and the thing. But were you the same as a player? You weren't too sort of euphoric? Or did you think about the performance?
Yeah, I think as a player it's a little bit different because you're the adrenaline rush is there, the buzz is there because you're on the pitch, you're competing, you're battling, you're running, you're tackling, you're involved. It's different when you're on the sideline. So you probably do get a little bit more. There's more emotions running through you rather than when you're standing. But I wouldn't have been going bananas either as a player.
You're saying the adrenaline wasn't running through you last night. You could see in that sideline.
Yeah, it's different though. It is different. I think you're physically invested a lot more as a player throughout the game. But I wouldn't have been shouting from the rooftops if we won and that either as a player. Probably, maybe to your detriment. Maybe it should be more sort of emotion, but that's just, I suppose that's my makeup. That's the way I am.
It's a quick turnaround. Obviously Pat's, good result for them last night. We're 3 points behind them going into Monday night's game. You look at the week ahead, obviously Rovers then to come on Friday, but Monday night it's a big game to be
big game, and like we only played them I don't know how many games ago. It's would be four or 5 games ago.
It's quirky
big game. They're all big games. We're 22 games down, so look, what we were looking for your reaction post Shamrock Rovers. We lost a couple on the bounce. It was Pats, then Shamrock Rovers, wasn't it? Both down to 10 men. We lost both games, and then we were looking for your reaction pre the break. We won our 2 and won again last night. So we won 3 on the bounce, going behind in all 3 of them. So good from that point of view, but that was a target we had. Could we pick up sort of 9 points? And we've done that, so we've put ourselves in a good position. Obviously, the league tables, it's sort of, you could say it's nearly now looking at just the points. It's split into 2 halves, 2 fives. Well, Shelburne obviously game in hand. So that's going to dictate it. We have first, third, and fourth in our next 3 games. So big games,
It's mad because we're coming back after the mid-season break. There's only 14 league games, right? Which when you look at other leagues around the world, that's the run-in. People are looking at that as the run-in.
And after next Friday, there'll be 12. So it is a little bit skewed. So that's what we want. We said, 15-game league. When we came back from the break, where can we finish in that 15-game league?
We touched on it the other day, the draw for Europe. Bruno's Magpies kick-off time's been set at 6 o'clock in Gibraltar, and then the return leg at Oreo. What's your thoughts on the? You've had a couple of days now to sort of. I know you wouldn't be looking at them too closely, but what was your initial thoughts when the draw was made?
I'm looking forward to the draw in general, and then no matter who we got it, I was looking forward to it. So Magpies, I don't really know much about them yet. We'll do our due diligence. We'll do our homework for sure. We'll get eyes on them. But looking forward to the game. Don't like a little bit of the unknown in regards quality of opposition, but from we're seeded, they're unseeded. I'm sure from them getting a potential seeded team, they wouldn't be too disappointed with the draw on their side either. So looking forward to the game. It'll be good experience, and a game will be, when it comes round, that we'll be going at it hammer and tongs, but we want to make sure we're in a good domestic position pre that game.
It's brilliant. It's brilliant to have it to look forward, isn't it? After I know last year, because we were spoiled for the past decade having Europe every summer. It was hard watching last year, the draws and the other teams involved in Europe. So to be back in it this year, I think everybody will sort of appreciate it, especially when you think our last game in it was COVID in 2020.
Yeah, there was no
supporters there. So it's something really to look forward to now in July.
It's the best time of year. Yeah. You know, when I was playing, best time of year, European draws being made, bang in the middle of your domestic season, good weather, summertime anyway, has people in good form. So it's the best time of year, and you can't take it for granted. As you said, this club over the last decade's been on an unbelievable journey, and European football at the top of that, like group stages twice. But as you saw last year and in the previous couple of years, or the year before, can be taken away. Like there's no guarantee of anything, especially the way the resources in our league domestically now with other teams. Can't take it for granted. Need to cherish every opportunity you get to play in Europe.
Yeah. So finally, we mentioned Pat. We spoke a lot about him after the UCD game, where he equal record. Now he's surpassed Joey. He's the outright holder. How many more? You must be delighted now he's on 9, which is the same as he got last year. I know last year he had massive problems with his calf and he missed a chunk of it, but he could easily go on and hit 20 the way, you know, and he seems to be in a groove now.
Yeah, he is. Look, if he stays fit, he's going to score goals. I think our win percentage is I'm not sure of it, but I don't think we've lost loads of games when he's played for us since we've come in. So big moments, big goals, equalisers, goals get you ahead in games. That's what I judge it on, and I think the majority of his goals for Dundalk have been them type of goals. So
he's not scoring the fifth in a 5-0 win type.
And people might see that, but that's what you judge a proper player on. When are they getting their goals? At what moments in the game? What are they doing for their team? Are they big goals? And the majority of Pats are. So good, because he hasn't scored loads for us away from home. So great that he gets 2 on the road, and 1 from open play. In regards, great header, Robbie keeping it alive. So look, when Pat's fit, when he's physically fit and he's injury free, you know, he's still one of the top dogs in the league, and he's shown that. He's missed a period this season, but he's still, I don't know what the top scorer in the league is.
Forrester's on 10, he's on
9. So yeah. And as he's equalled his tally from last year, but in fairness, he had got 9 as well by probably July time as well, was it last year?
The injury.
And then he got injured for the season.
What a place, what an occasion to do it. And this is no disrespect to UCD. You get 3 points for beating UCD as you do Drogheda, but when he equalled it against UCD, it was on a bank holiday Monday. The crowd wasn't great. It was during the day. Like, to actually break it in the derby and Drogheda and win the game is
big goals. Yeah, exactly. You know, 1-0 down team and a little bit of strife, and 2 goals in 2 or 3 minutes. I think it's a perfect way in a Louth Derby. I think it's against your rivals. I think it's a perfect way to break it, and hopefully he goes and takes an unassailable lead in it, and no one comes near to. Well, it'd be good for the club if someone does in the future break it.
Realistically, and we spoke to him last time, we asked a couple, you can't really see it though,
no.
Because in this day and age, if a striker scores 20, 25 in a season,
I'd find it hard to foresee someone being at the club long enough, and as you said, if you're that successful at a club, you're probably moving on to pastures new. So I see it as a very hard record to break, and unbelievable from a boy from Galway, from 𝗵𝗲, coming up in 2013, and in 2023, 10 years later, to have that amount scored with a little sabbatical in between. If he'd stayed for that period, how many would he have had?
Exactly. Don't mention the shirt he was wearing when he came up that day. It doesn't go down well.
No. Style's got a bit better since.
Stevie, thanks a million. Enjoyed that. Best of luck on Monday.
Cheers, Gav.
Thank you.